Alright, I got to say a big thanks to Badass Beard Care for sponsoring today's video, and I got to say, they picked the right guy to test out some of their products because my ass is pretty much as bad as it gets. Anyway, let's take a look inside. Ooh, velvety case. There you go. Don't fear the beard. Very good advice. Unless you're food, of course. What a cool bunch of swag. I'm a lucky man. We got beard washes, beard oils, beard balm, which is my personal favourite. I'd probably use beard balm more than anything. Anyway, Badass Beard Care is a veteran-owned and operated, top-rated beard care company using all natural products. They've got over 40,000 5-star reviews, and if you head over to their website, which I'll link in the description below and the pinned comment, you can pick up a sample completely free. Ooh, they're also available on Amazon UK and Amazon Australia, if you live in either one of those countries, like me. Anyway, that's enough jibber jabber for today. Talking about beards always works up an appetite. Let's go eat some meat. Alright, now this is much more like it. This is my kind of spread. Now, if you've been following the channel a while, you'll know I'll normally do a long rambling intro at the start with a bunch of terrible jokes. But today I'm going to dive straight in because you can't eat barbecue food cold. No siree. I'll throw up a calorie count on screen, but without further ado, this is BeardMeatsFood and this is the 100 quid barbecue belly buster challenge. Or something like that. And in case you think I'm telling porkies about the price, there we go. 100 British pounds on barbecue. Oh, and they forgot the Pepsi Max. Knew it. It's got kind of a funky retro font, but hopefully you can see that timer. Let's get started with the boring stuff. The buttermilk fried chicken. What's up, Beard Army? What? That was a good one. Welcome back to another video, and today I've assembled, as I previously mentioned, a rather large, giant wooden board full of barbecue goodies. And to give you some context, the reason I decided to do this is, I just noticed that one of the perks of living in my new house is there's a place nearby which does take-out barbecue food, which, though convenient, may in the long term be bad for my health. Oh, maybe. That was really delicious. Unexpectedly so. Chicken was nice and moist in the middle, which you don't normally get with fried chicken, but on to, I guess next we'll do chicken wings. These are some girthy wings. Girthy. Use the G word. Anyway, I seem to have forgotten how to eat chicken wings here. This is like watching a giraffe learn to walk. That was the worst technique in history. Butchered that wing. Oh man, they're all... Yeah, they were a bit crispy, so resistant to the usually reliable meat umbrella technique. Oh man. That's my excuse anyway. My wing eating has gone all wrong. It's taking me like a minute to eat each wing. Forget the technique. What technique? Can I use the beard as an excuse? Nah, that boat probably sailed. It's absolutely amateurish. Right, let's do the these ribs. There are two different types of ribs here. Maybe I could say the reason I was so slow was because I was enjoying them. They were pretty good though. These ribs as well, these were really fantastic. Yum. These things have got like a nice salt and pepper vibe to them. Couldn't resist. Oh no. More meat on the bone. I hope you sat somewhere comfortable. Very simple but well executed flavors in these ribs. Yeah, so the full rack was salt and pepper crispy ribs. I've said before I enjoy crispy ribs more than the kind of soggy kind, but these had a nice pronounced peppery flavour to them. The meat on the bone is taking forever today. Right, let's do the belly pork. Pardon me. Ooh, this is fatty. Look at that. Ooh. I find belly pork can be quite polarizing. Not everyone enjoys that super fatty cut. Belly pork is one of those things you've got to be really careful with too, because you really don't want to get one of those big strands of fat stuck down your throat. Yeah, that would not be a dignified way to go. Don't do that. Ooh, you see that? Nice save. Clearly I've got more dexterity in my hands than my general mouth and jaw area. Anyway, the pork belly was good. I like mine a little more crisp, but the flavours were great. I actually do appreciate belly pork at certain times, you know. It's one of those things you have an occasional craving for, but that was not very well executed. Take a little time, 10 minutes, 11 minutes even. Now let's do the, this is just a loaded potato skin with cheese and bacon. Just? I think I'm underselling the loaded potato skin there. This was fantastic. Don't get me wrong, that tasted good, but I think one thing they're missing on the menu from this place is cornbread. To me, if it's traditional barbecue, you've got to have cornbread. Yeah, I was a little disappointed there was no cornbread on the menu. I love some piping hot cornbread, nice and crisp. Maybe some cheese in there, a little syrup on top. Oh, this is really delicious. This is some kind of sausage with cheddar and jalapenos in it, I think. Yeah, despite the jalapenos, this was easily my favourite item from the whole order. I wish I'd got more of this. It's generally pretty hard, I think, to get cheese through a sausage right. A lot of people underdo it, but this was so creamy, so cheesy, it was great. I mean, don't get me wrong, some of the vegan food I ate in January was good, especially that Jack and the Beanstalk Burger Challenge. That was delicious, but there's no substitute for meat. Especially not Quorn. Oh man, I've given Quorn an absolute bashing this month. I'm gonna save the final few pieces of sausage for the end because that's the best thing so far. Let's do these barbecue ribs. So we're onto the juicy, kind of slightly wetter barbecue ribs now, which were good, not as good as the first though. I actually preferred the first 2 racks of ribs, garlic bread, no Mrs. Beard in sight, so I get to enjoy it all in peace. She'll be back soon enough, don't worry. Yeah, I think a lot of people are starting to think I've maybe buried her under the concrete flags in the old house, but she'll be back. Just like a short, overly energetic, fussy Terminator. You know, a lot of the barbecue places I've been to have Texas toast on the menu, which just turns out to be cheesy garlic bread. So if there's anyone from Texas out there that knows if there's actually any difference between cheesy garlic bread and Texas toast, let me know in the comments. I'd be very intrigued to find out. Equally, that question is open to people not from Texas. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that might know the answer to this question, but it always seems to be just cheesy garlic bread to me. Alright, the bacon, pulled pork and cheeseburger next. I have to say there's nothing wrong with that though. The garlic bread again was probably my top 5 items. This burger was fantastic too. Pulled pork, bacon and cheese, full of flavour. Ooh, 20 minutes down. That burger was yummy, by the way. Had a slightly British twist to it in that it seemed to have some kind of almost marmalade in there. Probably some kind of fruit chutney, but it was banging. Let's get on to these sorry looking onion rings. These things look like they've been recently exhumed by the team from Silent Witness or something. They're incredibly pale.
Look who's talking.
Let's use some of the dip. I think because I've spent so much, they gave me all these complimentary dips. Alright, next we'll do the regular chips. Yeah, I think the onion rings are pretty much the only thing I didn't enjoy. The clue was in the colour, really. I think they could have spent some more time in a hot environment. Although that pretty much goes for both of us. I need a tan. This rather orange-looking dip tastes a lot like Supercharged sauce from KFC. Pretty delicious. Hate that word though. Supercharged. Sweet potato fries. I won't lie, they're a little cold now. Yeah, but I'm really not, that's not a complaint. I infinitely prefer sweet potato fries to regular. Just using the good old protein shaker today. The beaker's not back. I don't know where it's gone actually. Alright, 25 minutes. Wow. These cheese dippers are rubbery. Yeah, I can't really complain about that though. They were pretty cold by this point. Still held up though. I mean, it's fried cheese. Even if it's cold, I'll enjoy it.
The garlic bread was fantastic. Not quite on a level with these cheesy sausage things though. Although that seems to have a hair on it. It's too straight to be one of mine.
I mean, I suppose it could be a head hair. I'm still in the process of growing my hair out, by the way. Getting some mileage out of this backwards baseball cap look.
Alright, we're almost there.
Reaching for the spoon now. Just got the mac and cheese. The 2 types of mac and cheese to go.
Move these dips out the way. Oh, coleslaw. Thankfully it's just 1 spoonful.
Yeah, thankfully managed to dodge pounds of coleslaw mayhem. That's normally what happens.
This mac and cheese is so cold that it's basically 1 giant blob. I can eat this with my hands. I probably shouldn't, but...
Yeah, why change the habit of a lifetime? Anyway, the mac and cheese was good. This first one was kind of herby.
It's like a mac and cheese burger patty. This is different in some way, I just don't know what way it's different.
I think this was...
Tastes a little bit sweeter.
Yeah, this seemed to have some kind of... almost kind of maple syrupy vibe to it. We're on to nachos now.
So, this is nachos with pulled pork. It almost looks like something from MasterChef. If they did MasterChef with like 3-year-olds. I'm sure it's gonna taste good. This would be way more practical at like the cinema. Instead of carrying your nachos in the dark, handheld, melted cheese and nacho snack to go.
Reckon I could take that idea on Dragon's Den. It's a winner. Nobody likes going to a cinema screen with nachos and cheese in the dark.
Jalapenos, corn, the eternal struggle.
Yeah, you have to just decide between yourselves which technique was worse, this or the chicken wings. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you at the next one.
I have no idea what I'm doing. This is definitely the best technique I've discovered so far, though. I can't do the teeth scraping thing. Here we go. I probably kept that nice and clean until about the last 90 seconds, so 100 quid's worth of barbecue food. I guess we're kind of missing burnt ends, brisket and cornbread, but apart from that, a pretty full spread. Might not be my finest video of all time, but just really felt like eating some meat today. Anyway, hope you can join me for the next Rex. What was that? Restaurant challenge this Thursday, 7 PM. GMT as usual. I think it's a good one. But as usual, thanks for watching, and for now, beard out. What a mess. Christen this house good.